The Mayor Pro Tem of Springfield, Missouri, Ralph K. Manley, presented us with a proclamation from the mayor honoring Alpha Company, 2nd of the 39th Infantry, for our service. Mr. Manley is he himself a holder of the Combat Infantryman's Badge from World War II. He jumped into Normandy with the Screaming Eagles in the first hours of D-Day, June 6, 1944. We were honored that the mayor asked Mr. Manley to make the presentation.
Placed in a pressure cooker environment that bonded them into a band of brothers, and whereas these soldiers sloshed through mud and rice paddies together, they dodged bullets and booby traps together, they shared sea rations, canteens, letters and photos from home, and ate, slept, laughed, cried, and bled together. And whereas most of these soldiers were in the 18 to 20 years of age at the time, and gave up their youth and innocence as they watched their brothers die. Whereas in order to find understanding, these soldiers first met in Cincinnati, Ohio in 1989 in the city of Springfield, Missouri, to be affixed this 28th day of October, the year of our Lord 2004. Signed, Mayor Carter.
All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown, moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. Seasons spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. It seems like I've been here before. I can't remember when, but yes I can. And I got this funny feeling that we'll all be together.
And then we formed a circle and passed the microphone around, and everyone said a few words about themselves.
Now who wants to go first? I'll go first. I'll go first. I'm Gary Reed. This is my wife, Randa, and we've been married 35 years. This is our son, Jeremy. Some of you ate at the restaurant with him last night. This is our daughter, Heather. And both of them live here in Springfield. And once again, I'm thrilled that all of you are here. I came back from Vietnam and to Schofield Barracks in Hawaii. And then from Hawaii, I went to Fort Carson, got out of the service in February, and Randy and I were married in March. And went back to Bible college, graduated from there, started preaching. And Randy and I, we've held ministries and mostly in southwest Missouri, also in Texas when we backslid one time. But we came back to Missouri, and it's been wonderful ever since. Now we live at Ozark Christian College in Joplin, Missouri. We're dorm parents there, resident directors, and I commute. I drive back and forth to Miami, Oklahoma, where I'm associate minister there. It's about 35 miles. But once again, I'm glad to be with all you fellows. Oh, and we have one other son, and she wants me to mention Jeff, who lives in Destin, Florida.
I'm Bernie Solom. I was there in May of 68, May of 69. Got out in May, went to Fort Knox, Kentucky for till September, got out of the Army September 9th, got married September 12th, been married 35 years. Got two sons, one grandson. I live in Moorhead, Minnesota, sell real estate. And also very glad, it's the second reunion I've been to, and if they have another one, I'll be there again. I enjoy these.
My name's Mike Cummings. I'm from Wadsworth, Ohio. I was in Vietnam in 68, of August 68, so I'm not sure, sometime in 69. But Larry here, my squire leader, him and I have kept up over the last 35 years, and we've become great friends because of it. But I'm a salesman, and I'm tickled to death to be here.
I'm Larry Enright, and the three of us came together about the same time and served in the same squad. And so we've been very close for a long time. I live in Minnesota. I'm a school teacher for 30-some, forever. And let's see, I have 4 children. I have a 27-year-old son who's living in California, and an 18-year-old who's living at home, and 2 4-year-olds. And just for some people may not know this, one of my 4-year-olds is named after one of our very, very good friends that died in Vietnam. His name was An, and was somebody who's very, very special to all of us. Anyway.
My name is Larry Leo. I come from the Detroit area, Michigan, and I'm out in the suburbs now, of course. And I'm in a construction business. And I want to thank all you guys for being here and being there when I was back in Vietnam with the rest of you. We all didn't serve at the same time, but we all served in the same place under pretty much the same circumstances. I was fortunate when I came home to have my family de-ice me, I guess we'll call it, or de-wind me, and put up with my ridiculous personality for at least a year and a half. Glad to see you all, man. Thanks.
My name is David Elledge. I'm from Arlington, Iowa. This is my wife, Connie, and we've been married for 33 years. Long time. We have a son, Aaron, that'll be 28 in December. I came back with the 9th Division when the 9th Division was deactivated, and got out of the service. I was supposed to get out on the 4th of July at Oakland, California, and none of the clerks worked that day. I had to spend an extra day, and they put me on KP. I was on KP last day in the Army. But anyway, I'm tickled to death to be here. I look around this room. I see a lot of faces that I haven't seen for years, but you've been in my thoughts over the years. Gary Frudel over there, I've thought about you from time to time. I've kept contact with Gary Reed over the years and his family, watched their children grow up. Tom Mosley, I've thought about you many times over the years. And I'm just thrilled to be here and have contact with all you fellows again. God bless all of you.
I'm Craig Greasy. I now live in the Detroit area. I was in Nam with you guys February of '69 till March of '70. And there isn't a day goes by I don't think of something about Nam. One of my good friends, he was an NFL football player, he said, Greasy, he said, that was like your Super Bowl for you to make it through it. I said, I guess you're right. And coming home was kind of a weird experience. I extended an extra month and to get the early out, come home and get discharged out. And so I told my family I had to just, extend for 2 months. So I thought I'd come home and surprise them. It was quite a surprise. My wife was in love with somebody else. My parents were getting divorced. I'm going, anyways, but I made it all through that, and I have 2 wonderful sons. One's a pharmacist down in Tampa, Florida. The other one has a motorcycle shop in Saginaw, Michigan, called Grease Hogs Choppers. And he's kind of the renegade out of the 2, but it's just wonderful to be here with all you guys and to see your faces and to hear your stories. And I always feel elated when I go home. It's just a good feeling. It's hard to get me here, but once I leave, I'm glad I'm here. I came. So thanks again, Gary.
I'm Dan Dibsetter. Was in Vietnam from March of '69 till May of '70. I also extended. Missed going to Cambodia with the company in May of '70 by a whisker. The company left while I was still there, but I was so short they didn't send me along. And I don't know if any of you know about that story, but the company was very seriously hurt in Cambodia. There were a lot of casualties, so I got lucky on that one. I'm a farmer in southwest Minnesota, came back from Nam, started farming and never looked back. Been married 32 years. My wife, Terry, has been to all of these reunions except this one. And I'm glad to see a lot of families here, wives and children. And when we went to the first one in Cincinnati, I think my wife learned a lot of things about me that time that she didn't know before. And so I think it's good for the wives and the children to come here and find out a little bit about this piece of our lives, which was a short time of our lives out of 50, nearly 60 years now. But it probably had a bigger effect than anything else that's ever happened. And I know when we came back from that one, my wife, and I know Randa and Connie, I think the three of you guys were together quite a bit that time, and I think you would agree that it was good for you guys too to be a part of one of these. So I'm, for those of you that are families are here, welcome, and we're glad to have you with us.
I'm Ray Camaraderie from Northern Illinois, Morris, then to areas northwest of Chicago, far suburbs. I got in Vietnam in the 9th in November of '67, and was out of there in August '68. So I'm a little older than a number of you here. I guess maybe it was some of the actions that we did that caused you fellas to come into that division, into that unit, A Company. But all I really want to say is that there's nothing in life that's too good for every man in this room. Nothing at all, and you deserve it.
My name's Richard Lawrence. They call me Sergeant Dick there in Vietnam. I was there from January '69 until we were pulled out and sent to Hawaii. That was in August of '69. I look back on my life and probably, it's hard to say what was the second most rewarding day or grateful day or whatever. It's kind of, there's several different things that would enter into what would be the second most important day. But the first most important day in my life was the day I got back to Schofield Barracks on August the 4th. To me, that was the happiest day of my life. Whenever the guys that we served in Vietnam, when we were in formation there in Schofield Barracks, and it was just a beautiful sunshiny day and just a picturesque environment. A beautiful barracks, palm trees, little light wind blowing, and to stand there with the guys that I'd served with Vietnam was certainly the most rewarding. I've been blessed with a great wife for 35 years. I have 4 wonderful kids. Now I have a little business, a little construction business. We do utility work, and it was a pleasure and an honor to serve with you guys. I had the opportunity to talk to many of you guys for the first time that any of them had talked with you from the unit, and it was very rewarding. Many of you cried, and many of you, thought, when I told them we had a list of 20 or 30 of the other veterans that were serving there with you, they were jubilant and couldn't wait to get the list. So, 35 years has gone by, and guys, it don't take long to pick up the phone and call somebody and tell them you're thinking of them and what they mean to you. So let's stay in contact, and God bless all of you. Thank you for all you did to help me.
My name is Henry Rocha. I was in Nam in '68, '69. My wife Maggie. We have 2 kids that are grown up and out of the house, thank God. We came back to Nam. I went to Schofield, Fort Riley, Kansas. I was one of the men that retired to college for 9th Infantry Division. And I just retired a year ago, and I work for a church, Believers Christian, San Antonio. And thank God that I don't work no more.
Well, my name is George Jones. This is my wife, Roxanne Jones. We've been married 35 years. First thing I'd like to say, I'm glad it's the first reunion I've ever went to. And I remember some of you's faces, some of you I don't. But I love you and I appreciate everything that we did in Vietnam. And, well, I work for a paper company. I'm shipping and receiving. It's just I'm glad that I'm alive and I'm home. I appreciate all that.